Consider this example of a simple bill. By working out this bill, we are going to use the basic maths functions, the AutoSum functions, and the replicate function. So here we have a list of items and the unit price, and we can invent some quantities. Now let's say that we want to make these in euros. If you want to add a currency, you can come to this button here and choose a currency. In our case, we are going to set them to euro, so we can just click on the euro button. Then we have the quantities, and here I am going to work out the subtotal. The subtotal is the unit price multiplied by the quantities. So we can write equals this unit price asterisk denote multiplication with this cell. And that is the answer of the multiplication. In order to calculate the VAT, let's assume that the VAT rate is 18%. So all we have to do is finding 18% of the subtotal. So we can just write this function equals this multiplied by 18%. And like this, we have worked out the first part of the bill. Now, the other rows of the bill can be calculated by using the replicate function. So we can just highlight those two cells and replicate. Note that when this cell was executed, the following two cells were used in the calculation. When we replicated for this cell, the following cells were used in the calculation. So in other words, when we replicate, even the cells that we are referencing to are being replicated, and that makes it possible to work out this particular bill. Now, if we want to find the subtotals, the total of the subtotals, we can use the sum or the AutoSum function. So we can write equals sum, open brackets, and I am going to select those 4 rows. And this is the total of those 4 items. To calculate the VAT, we also have to add all the VAT rates here. However, we can also replicate this cell, because while this finds the sum of those items in that column, if we replicate it here, it will find the sum of the items in those columns. So, as I have already mentioned a few seconds ago, when we replicate, even the cells which are being referenced are replicated as well. In order to find the grand total, we can do equals the subtotals plus the VAT. And that will be the final grand total of our bill.